Back tax auctions. What a way to go. Let me say that again. Back tax auctions. What a way to go. Hi, my name is Maurice Sandsley, and I am the future founder of New Life Fountains Real Estate Investment and Project Management Limited Liability Company. It is my desire to see everyone elevate their quality of life through security and wealth in real estate investment. By creating security and wealth in real estate investment, it is the way to go. Okay, I am going to give you some information about back tax auctions. And let me start right off from the start by dispelling some of the myths of back tax auctions. You've all heard it when you hear somebody talking about back tax auctions. You always got somebody that's ready to jump in and chime in and say, well, I know somebody or somebody that knew somebody that brought a property at back tax auction, and then the previous owner came and paid their taxes and they lost the house. Okay. Now you know what that could be true. I could go tell you that if you were talking about computers, though, this would be the perfect example, the perfect parable to that. We're talking about computers today, and somebody says, "Oh, I remember when there used to be dial-up with the phone." Is that true? When you put a phone on, you dial up, your internet, it takes forever. Is that true? Yes. Is the fact that somebody may have lost their house after they brought it at back taxes when the owner paid it, the taxes? Yes, that could be true. But that's old news. That's old news. That's back in the past. Laws have changed like technology has changed. So now the law in the state of Kansas, you're not buying a lien, which is what there was. People have there's three different type of auctions. You can buy a lien at the auction, you can buy a percentage of a lien at an auction, or you can buy a deed at the auction. Here in Kansas, they're selling the deed. What happened was there used to be a redemption period with the lien. So when you brought the lien, there was still a redemption period that the owner could pay their taxes and get their property back. Now that would become with interest upon the money that you paid. So you still got your money back plus some interest. Okay? That's all right. We're talking now though. We're not talking back then. We're talking today. Today, when you go to the auction, you're going to buy a deed. And when you buy that deed, you can go out this very same day, as soon as you leave that auction, and go put a for sale sign in the yard of that property and sell it and make a profit. You can sell it that day. Now, the problem with that is it does take 2 to 4 weeks for the deed to come in the mail usually. But if the owner or the new owner is willing to wait for that, you can sell it that day. I mean, they done already signed the contract and everything. You can't keep the deed from them. It just ain't going to happen. Okay? So you can go sell it the same day. That is what you need to know today. Now, if you want to talk about last year, it's last year's news. You know, uh, the great thing about technology and about today's information is it's current. It pertains to you. It don't pertain to them last year. What pertained to them don't pertain to you. This information I'm sharing with you right now pertains to you today. Okay? There are 22 states in our great nation that now has a deed sale at the auction. Kansas is definitely one of those states. Michigan is also, which is a beautiful thing for me because I'm from Michigan. My family's in Michigan. My grandchildren and children are in Michigan. So my desire is to build my company here and then expand it to Michigan so that I can create wealth and security for my children and my grandchildren, as well as my family members, friends, loved ones, all of that. You can do that through real estate. Okay, uh, so let's talk about here, since we're here in Kansas, and I want to give you information that pertains to you. Uh, Here in Shawnee County, where I stay at in Topeka, Kansas, they do a wonderful job of making this information on the properties and the tax auction not only accessible but informative. They give you a lot of information you need to make an informative decision on any property you would desire to bid on. Let me tell you this here. See this? Now this is a blow up. This is a blow up of about 1/4 of a page. Okay. And if you go, see this website here? If you go to this website here at the bottom, see that website there at the bottom. I'll leave it there for a second. You can pause, write that down. If I was you, I would. You go to that, it's going to give you all the information of Shawnee County's auction. All the information you need. Not only is it going to give you the information about the upcoming auction, some of the rules and regulations of that auction, it's going to let you sign up onto a list, an emailed updated list, so that when the auctions come, you don't even have to leave your home. They will mail you a list of the properties. This list of the properties looks like this. Looks just like this. Almost just like this, I should say. See this? This little top square piece here, this square piece right here, that's what I just showed you on the other paper blown up. Okay, that's the information you need. Not much, is it? But you can sign up. They will send you a PDF attachment with this information. It's going to have that information you need, and then it's going to have lists of properties. It's going to have pages of properties. I mean, pages of properties that you're going to be able to look up, and it's going to come with links. That's the beautiful thing, to the county assessor's office. At that assessor's office, you're going to be able to see a satellite view of that property. Not only will you be able to see a satellite view, you will be able to go into the county assessor's records and be able to look at the blueprints, the previous owner, any renovations that was done, taxes that have been paid on it, any remodeling, additions that have been placed on the home. You will see even what type of furnace it is, if it has a basement or a garage, and how much acreage it says on. I said that already. And it will tell you the current cost. And not only will it tell you what the current assessor's cost is, it will give you comparables of the area of the home. You can't beat that. Okay. Also, you'll get a PDF of this form here. This form here is your registration form. On that first piece of paper that I showed you, one of those red lines, it says registration will not be accepted on the day of the auction. You definitely want to register in time. That green, that tells you when you need to register by, but this is for an old auction. Your new auction list will have all that information for you. This registration is important, so I'm going to give you a little bit of information on it because of two things. One, this information up here says who's going to attend the auction. So this is who's going to attend. Whether it be you or someone to represent you, that's whose name go up top. Down here says whose name is going on the deed. That is important to you because if you're going to buy a property, you want to make sure your name is on the deed. That's just common sense, correct? All right. Now, with those things out of the way, I want to show you this. Look, this is a property that I told a guy about. This property was worth $140,000. He went to the auction. He got it for $85,000. Wow, that is a nice save of $55,000. He paid a little bit more than 50% on the home, maybe like 60% of the home. 65. I mean, that's a nice discounted sale. Why would you pay full amount when you can pay 65%? Now, don't get me wrong. All of us don't have 85,000. I understand that. That's purely understandable. But I'm gonna tell you something. That guy was a real estate agent. He went to the auction. He got that property. I was there. He came over, shook my hand, told me thanks for the information. Okay. Hey, that's something. Real estate agents don't really know that. You know why? Because if you get a property, which me, I go for properties like this. Let me explain. These properties. These properties are $60,000, $75,000 homes. All right. I go for these because I can probably get those at 25% of their value. So if it costs $60,000, I'm able to acquire that property for what would be 25%? 15,000. Hey, that's doable. Now we're just starting to be reasonable, a little bit more reasonable sounding, right? Okay. Now, again, I was going to say something about real estate agents. They don't tell you, and a lot of them don't really know or keep up with the information because any discount you get a property for cuts into their value of their commission. So if you pay 25% of the cost of a home, then they have given up 75% of what their potential commission could have been. They're not trying to work for that type of money. You understand? Uh, but we're trying to work to save that type of money. We definitely want to save 75%. Excuse me, don't we? Uh, so what I'm saying to you again is now I can take that house for 15,000, put it back on the market for 45,000 as is, and probably sell it. So I get a house at 25%, sell it at 75% of its value to the next person. They get 15% equity or 25% equity in the home automatically off the top of buying it of an increase. And here it is. I made 3 times the money that I initially spent. So I get a 200% return in profit off the property. Now that's before taxes, most definitely. Uh, but do you see what I'm saying to you? You can build wealth and income in that manner. Uh, so, what does this actually all mean to you? It means that you no longer have to be debt oriented in getting a property. You don't have to go into debt and sign a contract that's going to take 30 years for you to fulfill to become a homeowner. If you're willing to start out small, you can do some great things. Let me explain to you. If you go to a bank to get a loan for a house, you're going to come with 20% of what the house costs anyway. But bank says, hey, I need you to at least have 20% before I'm going to trust you to make your payments. Probably buy a house for 60, 75,000 for 25%. So for 5% more, you can own a home. Yeah, it's not, maybe the $100,000 home is close enough that if you put it back on the market and sell it, you can go get 2 of them. And if you get 2 of them and sell it, then you're going to have your 100,000. I think you can do that in a year. I think you can do it in less than a year, 6 months. Easy. 2 auctions in 1 year. And in 1 year's time of you being patient for 1 year, you're able to buy that house outright that you would have been signing a 20 to 30 year mortgage on, paying all kinds of interest. Anything can happen in 20 and 30 years. Believe me, it can. So, what would I say to you? I would say I would definitely check into it. You know, I'm not saying check into me and New Life Fountains. I'm saying do it yourself. Do it yourself. You know, if you don't want to do it yourself and you want some help, contact me then, and I will definitely be the help you need. Uh, all my classmates, I will definitely help you all out with some free information. Free information. I'll give you some information for free uh, that will help you do it for yourself. Again, this is Maurice Ansley, future founder of New Life Fountains, letting you know that if you want to build some security and some wealth, if you want to have some sustainable income coming in on a regular basis, create that security and wealth in real estate, and create that security and wealth through back tax auctions for real estate. Uh, yes, it's that. Just there's nothing more I really need to tell you. I shouldn't be for you to say, hey, I need to make that move. I need to make that move as soon as possible. I need to go get a couple of my classmates. And this spring, since the auction, hey, I'm gonna tell you about the next auction here in Shawnee County. It's in March. It's gonna be in March. So if I was you, I'd get a couple of my classmates. Let them know, hey, come on, we're gonna put some of this extra money we got from our student loans, and we're gonna go get us a house, and we're gonna build up some money so that we can pay our student loans off when this is all done. We're gonna get us some properties to live in, uh, so that we're not paying all of this rent and all of this other stuff, and we're gonna have some net worth and collateral. Hey, believe me, talk to your folks; they'll tell you. All right, I'm going to go. This is over with for me. I have a concert to go to. Uh, yes, when you have a little security, you have a little wealth, you can do some good things with your time that are enjoyable, um, and you can do what you want. So you have fun. Keep it interesting. Keep it new. Keep it in God's hands. Be blessed. Y'all have a great day.